Magandang buhay! Welcome to MATHtuto with Teacher Jacq.
Ating tenga, ating isip, ating puso, sabay-sabay tayong matuto with Teacher Jacq.
For today, I'll be discussing about finding the missing number in an equation involving properties of operations. Our lesson objective is at the end of this lesson, you will be able to find the missing number in an equation involving properties of operations. First, let's give the definition of an equation. An equation is a mathematical sentence that states the equality of expressions. The properties of operations help us find the missing number in an equation. We can evaluate an equation by performing the operations in each expression. Now let's talk about the different properties of operations. First, let's have the commutative property. It states that changing the order of the numbers does not affect the answer. So it goes like this, a plus b equals, and then itong addends natin, pagpapalitin lang natin ng position, kaya naging siyang b plus a. Next, when it comes to multiplication, a times b, and then change position yung factors equals b times a. Let's have some examples of commutative property. So first, let's have addition. So 7 plus 3 equals, and then change position yung addends, kaya naging 3 plus 7. Tignan natin kung same lang. 7 plus 3 equals 10, and then 3 plus 7 equals 10. So, same lang siya. Next, let's have an example of commutative property when it comes to multiplication. So 5 times 9. Let us change the position of our given factors, kaya naging 9 times 5. Let's get their product. 5 times 9 is 45, and then 9 times 5 is 45 din. So, same lang siya. Let's have another example of commutative property. So, we have here an example of addition. So, 4 plus 8. And then, let us change the position of our addends. Kaya, naging 8 plus 4. Let's get their sum. 4 plus 8 is 12. Same lang kay 8 plus 4. 12 also yung ating sum. Next, let's have an example of commutative property of multiplication. So, 7 times 8. Let us change the position of our given factors. Kaya naging 8 times 7. Let's get their product. 7 times 8 is 56. Same lang din kay 8 times 7. 56 din yung sagot. The second one is the associative property. It states that changing the grouping of the factors does not affect the answer. So it goes like this, open and close parentheses, a plus b plus c equals, and then ilabas natin mula sa parentheses si a, and then ang pagsamahin natin ay si b at c. Kaya naging siyang a plus, open and close parentheses, b plus c. And pagdating naman kay multiplication, same lang din ni addition. So, open and close parentheses, a times b times c equals, silabas natin mula sa parentheses si letter a, and then pagsamahin natin si b and c. Kaya naging siyang a times, open and close parentheses, b times c. Let us have some examples of associative property. So, addition muna tayo. Open and close parentheses, 4 plus 8, and then plus 3 equals. So, ilabas natin from parentheses si 4, and then pagsamahin ngayon natin sa parentheses si 8 plus 3. Kaya meron tayong 4 plus, open and close parentheses, 8 plus 3. Let us solve. 4 plus 8 is 12. And then plus, baba natin si 3 equals, ibaba natin si 4 plus 8 plus 3 is 11. And then, 12 plus 3 is 15 equals, dito sa kabila, 4 plus 11 is 15 also.
Let's have another example of associative property. So this time multiplication naman. Open and close parenthesis. 2 times 6 times 5 equals, labas natin si 2 from parenthesis. So 2 times, and then pagsamahin natin sa parenthesis si 6 and 5. Kaya meron tayong 2 times, open and close parenthesis, 6 times 5. Let us solve. So 2 times 6 is 12. Times, baba natin si 5, equals, and then dito sa kabila, baba natin si 2, times 6 times 5 equals 30. Let's get their product. So, 12 times 5 is 60, and then dito sa kabila, 2 times 30 is 60 also. Let's have the last one, the distributive property of multiplication over addition. It states that when a factor is given as a sum, multiplying each addend by the other factor before adding does not change the product. So, ganito siya. A times, open and close parenthesis, B plus C equals, so, si A, imumultiply natin kay B. So, open and close parenthesis, A times B. And then, si A, imumultiply natin siya kay C. Kaya meron tayong plus A times C. So, dinistribute lang natin itong given natin na nasa labas ng parenthesis sa mga given na nasa loob ng parenthesis. Let's have our example of distributive property of multiplication over addition. So, our given is 6 times, open and close parenthesis, 3 plus 4. And then, distribute natin, 6 times 3, eto siya, and then plus 6 times 4. So, let us solve. Bring down 6 times, let us solve our given inside the parenthesis. So, 3 plus 4 is 7 equals, let us solve the second expression. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 6 times 4 is 24. So, let us get the product of the first expression. We have 6 times 7 is 42. And then sa second expression naman, let us get the sum of 14 plus 24 is 42. So, 42 is equals to 42. Let's have another example of distributive property of multiplication over addition. So, our given is 8 times, open and close parenthesis, 5 plus 2 equals, so let us distribute, 8 times 5, ito siya, plus 8 times 2. So, let us solve. Our first expression, bring down 8 times 5 plus 2 equals 7 equals, and then dito sa ating second expression, 8 times 5 equals 40 plus 8 times 2 equals 16. Next, 8 times 7 equals 56, and 40 plus 16 equals 56. So, 56 is equals to 56. Now, let's have an activity. Here is the instruction. Give the property used in each equation. So, write CP for commutative property, AP for associative property, and DP for distributive property of multiplication over addition. Then, write the missing numbers. So, let's have our number 1 given. We have here 23 plus blank equals 35 plus blank. So, our answer here is, yes, this one is 35. And then, on the second expression, we have 35 and then yung 23. So, this one is kung yung ating given ay nagpalitan ng posisyon or yung ating addends ay nag-change position sa second expression, ang tawag dito ay right. Ito ay commutative property. So, let's have our second question. So, we have 21 times, open and close parenthesis, 7 plus 10 equals, open and close parenthesis, blank times 7 plus open and close parenthesis, 21 times blank. So, ano yung ating sagot dito? Ano yung magiging sagot natin? So, kung papansinin mo yung ating given, meron siyang multiplication and addition. So, dun sa mga properties of addition, of operations, kung babalikan natin, meron tayo dong tinatawag na distributive property of multiplication over addition. So, dun pa lang, ibig sabihin, ang ating given ay isang distributive property of multiplication over addition. So, kung ito ay distributive property of multiplication over addition, so ibig sabihin, i-distribute natin to. So, 21 times 7. And then sa kabila, ito ay magiging correct. 21 times 10. Next, let's have open and close parenthesis, 9 plus 10 plus open and close parenthesis, 2 plus 5 equals. So, i-observe natin yung ating given. Kung ito ay 10, so ito siya, nandito si 10, and then yung sa kabila, nandito si 2. Ibig sabihin, may clue na tayo na ito ay tama, commutative property. Kapag ka-commutative property, ano kasi yung ginagawa natin? Correct. Nagpapalit yung position ng addends, but when you solve it, same din lang yung makukuha nating sagot. So, sagutin natin. So, 2, ang kasama niya ay 5. So, sulat natin dito, 2 plus 5. And then, sa kabila naman, 10. Ang kasama ni 10 ay 9. Let's have the next one. We have, open and close parenthesis, 11 times 14 times 18 equals blank times, open and close parenthesis, 14 times blank. So, kung papansinin natin to, yung ating given, ano kayang property of operation ang ating given? Tama, ito ay associative property. Okay, sa associative property, ano kasi ang ginagawa natin? Okay, so yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, yung isa, pwede siyang ilagay sa labas, and then pagsasamahin yung isang natira sa parenthesis at yung given na nasa labas or yung factor na nasa labas. So, kung nasa loob si 14, so ilabas natin si 11, and then, ang ilalagay natin sa loob ng parenthesis sa kabila ay itong nasa labas dito sa first expression, which is 18.
Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. God bless!